is there actually any proof
Hmm.
that, has anyone actually had any proof from God, like anyone's contacted him or anything like that? Like, what's something that's gonna actually make you believe that he's real apart from the scriptures in the Quran?
Okay, so we're sticking on the same question. I'll answer it in a different way. Hopefully, this time it will work. Do you believe human beings can know the future? The full future? We can know events in the future and we tell you accurately exactly what happens? Are we able to do
I
that?
don't believe so.
Okay, so we have evidences. We see the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. We have prophecies of the future of him that happened exactly the way he said. None of them are false prophecies of the future. They were specific, detailed prophecies of the future, and they
Okay, can I get an
actualize and
example of one of the prophecies?
yeah, of course. The Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, for example, he said that you will see the barefoot Bedouin Arabs. The Bedouin Arabs, you know the Bedouin Arabs? Bedouins are people who live in the desert. They have tents and they live in the desert and camels and all of that. They're not civilization and buildings and cars and stuff like that. These are Bedouins. Prophet, he said, you'll see these Bedouins. They're barefoot. They don't even have shoes. They walk in the desert. But you'll see the barefoot Bedouin Arabs, the Arabs that are Bedouins. You will see them building the tallest buildings. What is the tallest building in the world right now?
In Dubai?
Yes. So we see the Bedouin Arabs. Dubai was a complete desert 50 years ago. They were barefoot Bedouin Arabs walking there. What happened? How did it change? You know how did it change to become all of these buildings in the span of less than 50 years or less?
Yeah.
You know how?
How?
They found oil. So the Prophet Muhammad والسلام, he told us that the earth will puke its treasures and money will become abundant within you. So money will become abundant within the Muslims. And the earth will puke its treasures. And the Arabs, these Bedouin, barefoot Bedouin Arabs, will be competing in building the tallest building. And today we see Saudis competing with them, which is another Bedouin Arab country, in building another building which is taller than the Burj Khalifa. So the Prophet said what they will do, but he also said the reasoning behind them getting to that point. Okay, Prophet ﷺ, for example, he said he talked about new sexual transmitted diseases, and he said that the people they will be mating. In public places, people will be mating with one another, and there will be sexual immorality. Essentially, Prophet said there will be rampant sexual immorality and diseases that did not exist in the previous ancestors will widespread in the people. So new STDs, essentially, new sexual transmitted diseases, etc. And at that time, they did not have, all of this list of NHS that tells them about all of these things, monkeypox, AIDS, all of these things that we have today. So we have many, many new sexual transmitted diseases that we see today. The Prophet, ﷺ, for example, named the countries that Islam will spread to by name, one by one. He said that Islam, they will become Muslim countries. They will be open, basically. He talked about Egypt. He talked about Lebanon. He talked about Syria. He talked about Jordan. He talked about Palestine. He talked about Egypt. If I didn't mention it before, he talked about Turkey, which is present Constantinople, which is present day Turkey. He talked about the Roman and Persian Empire. He said you will overcome the Roman and Persian Empire. He talked about India. He talked about Pakistan. And he said, for example, another prophecy said the Roman and Persian king in that regions, if they die, they will be the last Roman and Persian king. So the Prophet made many, many prophecies of the future that
Yeah.
actually exactly the way he said they will. And we know humans cannot tell the future. And the Prophet told us this is not from me. He said this is Allah. Allah is revealing, or God is revealing in this case. God is Allah and Allah is God. He's revealing
Yeah.
to me what will happen in the future.
Yeah.